Gracias. I will speak as a rapporteur, if you allow me. Madam Minister, Commissioner, dear colleagues, I sincerely hope that the ongoing dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo leadership will bring results by the end of the week. A breakthrough would have far-reaching consequences for the European integration process of both countries and the Western Balkans as a whole, as well as for the economic recovery of the crisis-hit region. Both Serbia and Kosovo desperately need their political leaders to dedicate all their time and energy to the reform processes. Therefore, normalisation between Belgrade and Pristina is a political imperative. Serbia and Kosovo leaders have rightly pointed out that their normalisation of relations should not be seen exclusively through the prism of the accession process. The normalisation of relations of Belgrade and Pristina is in the very best mutual interest of Serbia and Kosovo, and I welcome this public recognition that the EU is not imposing normalisation of relations. Serbia has achieved some significant progress in the field of EU-related reforms. My report calls on the Council to set the date for the beginning of accession negotiations with Serbia, which will give a boost to reform-oriented forces in the country and would help economic recovery. I would argue that this is in our as well as Serbian interest. We have seen lately rising political tensions between the central and provincial authorities with regard to the scope of autonomy of Vojvodina. I would like to call on all actors, particularly the central authorities, to try and bring down the increasingly worrying tone of these debates. The legal and political solution to Vojvodina autonomy should not be debated in the streets, but through the normal institutions and democratic framework which will ensure that the economic and historic peculiarities of Vojvodina are recognised. The ongoing reform of the judiciary and the fight against corruption and organised crime is of utmost importance. If accession negotiations are to run smoothly, Serbia needs to establish a convincing track record in this field. The investigation into the political background of the assassination of Prime Minister Zoran Djindjic, as well as long overdue trials of those responsible for murders of journalists in the 1990s, will be crucial tests of these processes. I sincerely hope that we will have a chance to toast to the historical achievement between Serbia and Kosovo by the end of the week. Both us and them deserve it. The incentive of the EU membership remains strong and appealing, and I hope that we will together grab this unique opportunity to close the chapter of Balkan conflicts and open a new one which will mark the accession-driven reforms and regional cooperation. Thank you very much, President.
Kacin.